Hello, good day to you, and welcome to another edition of Emotions Mastery video series. And the Emotion Mastery video series is a set of videos that is targeted at entrepreneurs, business owners to help them understand how emotions help the businesses succeed and how they can be able to master these emotions such that they use it to their own advantage and use it for their own success in life and in business. In the previous videos, I've talked about the importance of mastering your emotions, and the last video I shared with you, I also talked about the two triggers that can elicit anger in you as an entrepreneur. Now, anger is something or is an emotion that a lot of entrepreneurs readily elicit in their day-to-day operations. That's because our energy levels fluctuate. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. And in the process, at those moments when our energy levels are low, we are highly open to moments of anger. And these moments can actually come back to haunt us and destroy our businesses and brands. So in the last video, I talked about the two triggers of anger. I talked about the fact that when your integrity is questioned as a business owner, and when your comfort zone or your security or your safety seems to be threatened, you are likely to react angrily as a business owner. So in this video, I want to show you what you need to do to handle these two triggers. In being able to handle these two triggers, you need to understand that for your security or your comfort zone, that you need as much as possible to have options. And this is why we talk about processes. When you have a business, you need to be able to understand what are the key activities that are involved in your business, such that for each activity or for each process or for each step, you have as much options as possible, so that you don't become hold into a space or into a corner, and then you feel that you have gotten to your wit's end and you have no other option than to react angrily. So have as many options as possible when it comes to doing business. And this is a very good way of ensuring that you don't get boxed in to a situation whereby you have no option than to react angrily to a customer or to a partner or even to your team members. Okay, now when your integrity is questioned, you have a situation whereby either your product or your service or even your person, okay, the integrity is questioned, and this could be as a result of criticism or as a result of being interpreted or misinterpreted. Okay, now these are quick factors that can actually be translated to um, to meaning your integrity is being questioned, and your first reaction or tendency is to want to react angrily. Now you need to understand that in being able to handle anger, what you interpret or the interpretation of the situation matters a lot. Your interpretation of the situation or the matter or of the circumstance matters a lot. So what are you interpreting? Okay, and how are you interpreting it? So let me give you a scenario. So let us assume that you offer a service A and somebody has a problem B. Okay, it is possible that based on the person's understanding, the person feels that your service A is the solution to a problem B, but it might not necessarily be so, and that may not be your own fault to some extent. And that is why you have terms and conditions. That's why you have service level agreements. That's why you have such contracts that stipulate what to expect when somebody engages your service or uses your product or comes in contact with your person, such that when there's a breach or there seems to be something that has gone wrong, you know how to handle it. This is very important, because if you don't have this contract, okay, a customer has a tendency to misinterpret what he or she is expecting from engaging your product or your service or your person. So this contract help you to resolve those issues that may arise in the process of you interacting or transacting with a customer. So what do you do when your integrity is questioned? First and foremost, do not be in a hurry to react. Don't go out and say, I need to show this person my displeasure for questioning my integrity or the integrity of my business. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's always the first reaction, but don't do that. What you need to do is you need to pause and then find a way to investigate the claim. Okay, it's like an introspection. You're going back to find out if really the product or the service or your person might be at fault, so that you know how to respond appropriately. If it's not your fault or the fault of your product or your service, then you know how to actually handle that matter in a manner whereby you win over that customer. I've talked about the importance of word of mouth when it comes to business, okay? Meaning that what a potential or a client that has come in contact with you or that has experienced your product or your person or your service will say to another person goes a long way in how you'll be able to attract other customers to yourself. And so you don't want to give off a bad taste or a bad experience whereby people now begin to mouth off and say that you have left a bad taste, you're not worth it, and all of those other things. So until you have investigated and you have found out what the real issue is and you address the issue and not the person, address the issue and not the person, and in that way you stand a chance of winning over that customer, and that customer can actually spread the good news about your product or your service to the next person that is yet to come in contact with you or your product or your service. And this also goes to say that your reputation matters. So invest heavily in your reputation as a business owner, whether it's offline or it's online. Invest heavily in your reputation, because your reputation is what will save you eventually. And I have a course titled Online Reputation Management that you can take online, where you can learn how to show up your reputation as a business owner. It's something that I always encourage business owners to do. Invest in your reputation. Build relationships in such a manner that people can actually have proof, okay, to neutralize negative feedback or negative reactions that people, or negative comments that people may have about you or your product in due time. And that's why business owners take the pain to have social proof. They post feedback, they post comments, and all of those things, so that people, what they're doing is they're simply building up their online reputation so that people can actually know that they are worth doing business with. Okay, so in this video, I've talked about how to handle the triggers of anger, which is when your integrity is being questioned and when your safety or your security or your comfort zone is being threatened. I hope you found this very, very helpful to you. If you did, share this video with somebody that needs to also learn about how to handle the triggers of anger as a business owner. Till I come your way sometime very soon with my next video, stay blessed.